One of the most recognizable figures in the world. He began his basketball career at Laney High School before going to the University of North Carolina and on to the Chicago Bulls and later the Washington Wizards. Named a 14-time NBA All-Star, winner of 6 NBA championships, 5-time league MVP, 6-time NBA Finals MVP. Of course, selected to the NBA's 50th anniversary team, winner of 2 Olympic gold medals. As a Tar Heel, he won a national championship and received the Naismith and Wooden Award honors as well. Please welcome to the Hall of Fame class 2009. It is that day for Michael Jordan to be recognized.
I think Michael Jordan's legacy is that of an extraordinary athlete who had boundless energy and a love for the game of basketball.
When your best player is also your best leader and best competitor, everybody else falls into line. I mean, you talk to old teammates about how Michael was in practice. He just demanded you to play harder, and if you didn't, you either got run out of town or Michael would just give you a verbal lashing. I mean, you basically had to step up and play.
He was capable of doing great things on the floor, but when it comes down to it, he wanted to win. And if winning the game meant passing the ball to Bill Wennington at the basket or passing the ball to Steve Kerr in the championship game, that's what he was going to do to win.
He was the greatest player that ever lived. And I can hardly imagine there'll ever be somebody like him, although you never know. But I guess if there's a legacy, it was his will to win. Michael Jordan was driven to win every game he ever played, whether it's basketball or tiddlywinks or golf or anything else. He's just, he's just an amazing athlete. I once said to him, "You remind me of Jake LaMotta," and he said, "Who's Jake LaMotta?" But Jake LaMotta was a boxer who just kept coming at you, and taking every punch that you could possibly throw until he could get to you. Michael was like that. I mean, in order to beat him, you had to kill him.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
During your career, what was the most difficult things for you to go through?
Losing early on, and I guess it's part of losing that you had to change your game to the criticisms that you were receiving. Michael Jordan doesn't make his basketball, his players around him better. And there was some truth to that, because I didn't really know how, and I had to learn to do that.
Michael Jordan wasn't an instant success. We remember that the Bulls struggled as a team initially with him. Early in his career, he was more of an inside guy, inside shooter. He liked the one-on-one invitation to really show off his individual skills. Developed his outside shot as his career came along, which made him just a tremendous threat. We know he was a great defensive player, made some all-defensive teams. And that was something he obviously took a great deal of pride in as well. He was certainly not a one-dimensional player. And he was able to expand his skills to incorporate the skills of the players around him. And I think that speaks well of Michael Jordan, that he was willing to, in a sense, sacrifice a little bit of his individual numbers in order to make the team better.
Michael, you've had so many thrills in your career, and you provided so many highlights and thrills for everyone. Could you perhaps point out one or two of them that really stick out in your mind that just stands above the rest?
The year we got past the Pistons, because I was getting over the hump. We got to the hump, but we never really could get over the hump. I think the year that we beat Cleveland, when no one thought we could beat Cleveland.
Jordan with 2 seconds to go, puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago.
And I think that showed to the public here in Chicago that, either you're with us or not.
There are so many great Michael Jordan moments, but I think the one that stands out was, to me, was in Game 6 in Utah with the final shot.
Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
At the time, it really did look like that was going to be his last NBA game, and just that incredibly fitting end where, you know, he shoves off of Brian Russell and hits the game-winning shot and just holds the pose for eternity. You know, it just brought chills seeing that deliver again in such a big moment. I mean, it seemed like the perfect exclamation point to his Bulls career.
Growing up, I never thought about a Hall of Fame at all. You know, all I wanted to do was to get a chance to go to college, and whatever happens after that happens, you know.
Well, he's been both an executive with, you know, the Washington Wizards and also the Charlotte Bobcats, running the Charlotte Bobcats organization right now, and really keeping a low profile. Has not done any interviews leading up to this Hall of Fame thing. Just kind of building the Charlotte Bobcats team and being Michael Jordan.
I came in here in 1984. Snotty-nosed and didn't know nothing about a big city. Well, when I leave this city, when I leave this earth, there's one thing that I will know is that I've been in a city that truly loved me and I loved them.
I think the biggest thing he means to the city is just that you can achieve your dreams, and whatever your dreams are, you can achieve them. I mean, there's a certain spirit or aura about Michael that really kind of inspires people. And even this many years removed from him playing here in Chicago, you talk to people that have either dealt with him or still feel associated with him, they still feel that spirit and that aura.